Last time we had seen standard controls. Today we will see some advanced controls or rich controls, we can say. The perfect word which is used by .NET is rich controls. Why they are known as rich controls? Because they are very heavy and they provide so much of facility. We can do so much tough task by simply clicking those controls or providing properties to those controls. And what is the drawback of this control? That they are very heavy. They are very heavy. For example, calendar control. If I take a calendar control, then I need to drag and drop it over here. If I go to design mode, my calendar is ready. And if I select properties for this, I got so many properties for this control. I can change complete lookout of this control from properties. I've got some auto format options also are available with it. Can you see this? These are some auto format controls or auto format options available with this control. I can format my control using this option. I got smart tag also for auto format option, and if I run this part, set as a start page, and if I run this code, what it shows, we'll see, and then we can make out what it is actually. Current date it is showing in ash color. And if I click on this button, you can see there is a post back. So for each click, it posts back my whole page. Why it is known as rich control? If I go back to my source page and if I check how much code it has added for this, can you see this amount of view state and HTML text which it has added? Normally it is same with the JavaScript controls also, or jQuery or HTML5 controls also. It is same thing, but amount of view state which is added is very high. So we normally nowadays avoid this control. Instead of this, we use HTML control, HTML5 control. If I put HTML5 control on top of this, what we need to write is input type equal to, we have got so many options: date time, local, correct? We have got time option also separately. So we have got multiple options in which we can format and display our date. We need to have only day month only, then we can display it in form of month also. I am taking date option, and if I wanted to access it on runner server side, then I should provide runner equal to server property, and id is required. uh, I will say birth date. A simple date control, it is in form of text box. If I run this program, I hope you must have used this text control in your PHP project. Am I right or wrong? Is this more user friendly? Can you see this? Can you see this control?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is more dynamic compared to our .NET calendar control. But why we use this control? And in case of source also, if we see, it will simply add one input item only. If I remove this calendar control, you will be able to see it, how much code it has added for your HTML5 date control. Can you see this? View state is for form માટે view state છે, બાકી view state ની જરૂર છે નહીં. So This is very light and more user friendly. I can access it on my server side also. I can access this date on server side also. Even I can type in it. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it is more user friendly and I can use it on server side also, as I have added run at server tag. I am adding this. It has got so many properties also. Where we use this calendar control? Where we want user to interact with each and every date. He wants some more flexibility, like selecting whole week. If we want select day style, selection mode is normal day. Instead of I say day and week, I've got one more option. I can select whole week at a time. And for day, week and month, I've got double arrows for whole month selection. You can select whole month as a range from first date to last date. Correct? Understood? I can change
Yes, sir.
layout of my calendar control from this. uh, Day format is shortest. I can make it short, means it will be displayed in 3 letters. If I select first letter only, then it will display Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Full means it will display whole. I will take shorter option. Next and previous custom format is there. So here I have got greater than sign. Instead of that, I can put image also. Instead of this, I can put image also, and I can specify it in CSS. Here I have got custom text. Instead of that, I want short month. So here it will display Jan and March, or full month as per your requirement. So these are some basic things. Here you can specify your style or formatting for this arrow, in what format it should be displayed. Other month day style, how they should look for other days. So there are so many other options also available. Header style, day style, day header style. So from this you can change your layout and how it will be displayed on screen. If we go to events, it has got selection change event and visible month change event. If I change my month by clicking this arrow, it will fire this visible month change event. If I click on selection change, if I select some another date from month, then it will fire this selection change event. I've got one more event, that is day render event. When it is converting your this control into HTML format, for each and every date it will fire this event. For each and every date it will fire this event. We had seen that we have got page render event and page pre-render event, correct? Same way we have got day render event, and this rendering event is available for almost all controls. Here we have got pre-render event. Same, these events are common for data binding, dispose, init, load, pre-render and unload. These events are common for almost all events. But here we have got day render event, which is specific for this calendar control, and it is fired whenever this controls each and every date is converted into HTML format. At that time this day render event is fired, which help us to add links, images and whatever we like with this control, because we had seen that when we run this and see in view source, it is nothing but a pure HTML table. What is this calendar control? Pure HTML table. If I check my view source again, can you see this? It is a table control. It is a pure HTML table control, and it is got postback JavaScript colon postback underscore postback calendar 1, and then there is one code which is handled internally by .NET, that if this is clicked, then it is this day of year, or this year and this day. Now by default selected date is displayed. If I want to handle selected date change event, then I've got selected date property dot to string. It will display date. Along with this, I will add message. Is this clear to all? Wherever I click, it will show me selected date change event is fired, and it will show me date. I can do it with this also. This is very lightweight, and I prefer this only. I never prefer this control because it is very heavy. All rich controls are very heavy. They can be used for applications where internet speed is good. Otherwise, we should not go for those controls. Then we have got few more controls like multi-view is there, view is there. This view and multi-view options were available earlier and are used for creating a wizard kind of look. There are multiple steps for accepting data, like when you are doing allowing users to register themselves, then they will first of all enter their personal details, then contact details, then their education details, then employment details. All these details are required during registration. Then we can create a step by step form, and at the end of first step, if he clicks on next, it will go to second step. Are you able to understand what I mean to say? So multi-view, view are such kind of controls, but in newer version of ASP.NET they have added new control, that is wizard, which will allow us to create same kind of effect. And if I drop this control, normally it should be used with new page only, so that it will give you correct effect. So when I add this control, it has added two steps. It has added two steps. So in first step I will select or accept personal information. In second step I will accept contact details, and that is my last step, correct? So for that, what I will do, I will put simply two labels and buttons. Or let me take personal detail is there, and then second step is contact details, correct? Name is there, recently only we saw. We need to type equal to date, and then run at equal to server id equal to UAP. I will use smart close check option. Here we are going to accept contact details. Then phone number, email ID. Here we got text mode also for this number, or it can be phone. Same way I got so that's all from for this. Here table tag is missing, so I'll add table one more. Can you see this? If my form or registration form has got 100 fields, then all 100 fields will be on same web form. એક જ વેબ ફોર્મની અંદર બધા 100 કંટ્રોલ્સ હશે. તો we should avoid this. We should avoid using such kind of controls. કારણ કે 100 forms controls મારા એક જ ફોર્મ હોય તો it will become very heavy. So wizard is for or easy for designing purpose or development purpose, but it is not good for your application actually. All rich controls have got same drawback. If I go to design mode, छोड़ो कैलेंडर कंट्रोल મૂકી દઈએ આપણે હમણાં જો વિચારણામાં પ્રોબ્લેમ આવે. Can you see this? My option is available, next button is available. In case of multi-view and view, such kind of navigation buttons are not available. Here it will provide previous next option also. And then I want to add one more step. It has got title, listen, step 3, finish. If I run this, wizard demo is there. This is my personal details, and if I click on this, it is contact details. Well, this is jumping, it should not be like this, correct? So I can set this from my property. Arjun. મારે લેબ ચાલુ. હા હું આવું. So from here you can play auto formats also. And so the padding cancel destination page. You have got display cancel button option. So cancel will be there, with the help of which you can cancel your. Then finish button complete URL. If you want to display finish button image instead of finish button, you can do that too. Navigation button style. Navigation style is there. Here we have got vertical alignment. If I say top, this will move to top part. Accept નથી કર્યું. refresh કરવી પડે. From here also we can navigate. Here we have got previous finish and cancel button. Using sidebar navigation align equal to top, we can align our main menu or step menu. These buttons are added automatically. At the end of each and every step, we can check whether on which step we are using events provided by it. If I go back to my again wizard control and go to event section of my properties, I can see I have got events like active step change. It is fired whenever you change from next or previous step or move from next or previous step. Cancel button click, whenever cancel button is clicked, at that time it will check this. We have got data binding option, which is common. Disposed is common. Finish button click is fired when we click on finish button. Next button click is fired whenever we click on next button. Previous button is clicked whenever we fire on previous button. Again, on menus, if we click on or on sidebar steps, if we click, then it will fire sidebar button click event. Again, it is nothing but a hyperlink only. We can change it to button or whatever option we like. Auto format option is available. We have already seen this. In case of next button click event, if I double click this event, by default finish button click event is fired or added or handled by this. If I want to fire next button, then I should click this, and here I've got one facility that response.write. We can use it in condition also to check on which step we are. Current step index, on which step we are right now. We can check this. We can also check which is the next step. Next step index and current step index 2 are available. Correct? If I click on next, then only that option will be fired. You are on step 0, then step 1, then finish. Previous will not be fired. Right now it starts from 0th index. No? Last 0 છે. If I click on next, તો current index મને શું આપશે? 0 આપે છે. So whenever I click on next, next means I want next step index. હું કયા step index ઉપર જઈ રહ્યો છું એવું જોવું છે, તો અહીંયા you should take next step index. You are on 0 and you are clicking on next. So which step it should be?
1.
I am on 0 and if I click on next, it should be 1. Then it should be 2. And last, it will move on. So we can handle finish event also. Same way I will say database માં સેવ કરી દો. અહીંયા આગળથી તમે તમારો ડેટા બધો આવી ગયો છે. You can save it to database. I go to finish, show me your data or save it to database. Same way we have got previous event, click event, and cancel button click event. On cancel also we can find on which step we are and we can clear controls pertaining to that particular step only. દરેકની અંદર મને wizard navigation event arguments મળશે અને in that I will get my object, event object, which will give me next step index and current step index, using which I can find out which controls should be cleared in clear event, or if I want to take some precautionary steps or some extra processing on controls of that step, then I can do with the help of this by checking this index, step index. So we have seen these two controls. There are few more controls like placeholder and panel. Placeholder and panel are nothing but container controls, we can say. Like form આપણું કેવું છે? container control છે ને, જેની અંદર આપણે controls dynamically add કરી શકીએ. Same way we have got two more controls like panel and placeholder. Here table is also a container control in which we can add controls in it. આની અંદર પણ આપણે controls add કરી શકીએ dynamically. આમાં પણ controls dynamically add કરી શકાય, આમાં પણ કરી શકાય. ફરક પેનલ અને પ્લેસહોલ્ડરમાં કેટલો છે? જેટલો જ લેબલ અને લેટરલમાં છે. Label can be formatted, same way panel can be formatted, placeholder cannot be formatted. Label has got a parsing tag that is span, whereas literal doesn't have any tag, parsing tag. Same way panel has got a parsing tag div and placeholder doesn't have any parsing tag. We cannot format placeholder. Placeholder expands automatically if size of control doesn't fit in it. In case of panel control, it doesn't expand automatically. So it is a kind of drawback with panel control. Panel control is heavier because it can be formatted and it has got its own tags, whereas placeholder is very lightweight compared to panel. Panel has got so many properties also. Placeholder doesn't have any property like literal. સીધું આવી જાય કે થાય નહીં. જોવું હોય તો એક એક્ઝામ્પલ બતાવું તમને. I have added one panel. So panel is over here, and same way I will add placeholder also. I can process a group of data, or I can group my controls in this and I can process on them one at a one go. I'll put 2-3 labels in it and text box and label. Here I will put one more button. Login. બધામાં છે
ઓછું થઈ જાય આપણું છે સોફ્ટવેર પ્રમાણે આ ઓછા થાય
રાહ જો તો
એ તો આપણે બીજા નાખી
જીગર ને આને કહેવાનું છે જીગર તો મહેનત કરે ખોટી
તો આયા છે આગે
કાલ તો હતો જો હશે same way in placeholder I can put registration details. Name, address, email ID, phone number, birth date. Here I will add one more button. So initially ID it has already got ID. PH initially જ્યારે પેજ લોડ થશે at that time I don't want placeholder register option બરાબર placeholder okay I got ph register dot visible equal to false and panel 1 dot visible equal to true. But when I click on this button at that time it should display placeholder and make this visible false. ઉલટું થઈ જવું જોઈએ બરાબર ને આ ટ્રુ થઈ જવું જોઈએ અને આ false. I'll make this a start page. I'll run this again. પેલા છે પાસે હાઇલાઇટ કરો જીગર પાસે એવું અચ્છા so here my panel is displayed and if I click on this click here to register it will make this visible false and my registration page will be displayed. I can work on group of controls using these placeholders and I can put it wherever it is required. Understood? Difference between panel and placeholder. Panel is like label and literal placeholder is like literal. Panel has got formatting options or properties. It is parsed into a div tag and for placeholder we don't have anything. we don't have any formatting portions or properties. If I see view source, initially it will display what? My panel, it is converted into div tag, and if I click on this register option, my panel will disappear. We don't have any div tag over here, and we have got only placeholder which doesn't have any enclosing tags. બરાબર ને, એક બીજા કોઈ ટેક્સ એના માટે છે નહીં.
સર એ જે ડ્યુ ટેગ છે જ ને.
બકા એ div tag તો આખો ફોર્મનો છે. આર્યો
ઓકે. એટલે ખાલી ડિફરન્સ એવું કે પેલું ફોર્મેટિંગ એટલે પેલું કલર ને તે બધું ના કરી શકે ખાલી.
હા, જો આ પેનલ આપણે અહીંયા કરી દઈએ, આપણા div tag અહીંયા છે, જોયો તે દેખાય છે?
યસ સર.
હા, એટલે એનો div tag આવે છે, આનો div tag નથી. ક્લિયર?
યસ સર.
Okay. We move on to next control or last control, that is XML. તમે XML શીખો છો એટલા માટે શીખવાડું છું, બાકી નોર્મલી નથી બતાવતો. This is my XML control. I will drag and drop directly over here. મેં બીજું કંઈ કર્યું છે નહીં. આવી ગયો XML control. જો કે બહાર ગયો છે, div ની બહાર છે. Normally we should try to put it within div, તો સારું લાગે. div ની કંઈ જરૂર છે નહીં, પણ તમે મૂક્યું હોય તો સારું લાગશે અને તમે કામ કરી શકશો સારી રીતે. એક placeholder ની અંદર બીજું placeholder છે. Even you can format your div and put your form content as per your formatting. તમે એની પર કંઈક ફોર્મેટિંગ કરવા માંગતો છો, તમે div tag માં કરી શકશો અને એને ફોર્મના કંટ્રોલને એલાઇન પણ કરી શકશો વ્યવસ્થિત. એટલે માટે div ની અંદર મૂકો તો વધારે સારું છે. Now we go back to our solution explorer. We add one XML file by right clicking on this, going to add new item option. અહીંયાથી XML લઈ લો, XML file add કરો. એનું નામ મેં book આપ્યું હતું, એટલે book.xml ની અંદર મારી અંદર books છે. Same way I have got XSLT, જે આપણે જોયું નથી હજી સુધી XML માં, પણ અહીંયા જોઈ લઈએ એટલે થોડો આઈડિયા આવી જશે. Again, it has got first tag XML, that it is an XML file. I am saying that it is a style sheet. It is a style sheet. It has got starting and ending tag, and it is version 1.0. Namespace for this is transformation, and it has got one more part that it is going to follow MS XLS, Microsoft extensible style sheet language or template we can say. પછી બાકીનું બધું કોમન છે કે ભાઈ my template has got author, or my XML file will have got author, and within that author I have got first name and last name. This simple template, if I remove this then also it will work. આની કંઈ જરૂર છે નહીં. સમજાય તમને બધાને? This template is not required. I will start from XSL template. This is required, and this is my loop option. From where I am going to start, I am going to start from my root node. This slash indicates that I am going to start from my root node. HTML tag is there, head is there, then body portion starts. Within body I have got table, and table has got head section. Head section in the book ID, title, price and author में मूकी था. I have got book ID, title, price and author. Author has got first name and last. I require a template over here. Author, first name and last name. બરાબર. Now when I try to access data, હું જ્યારે access કરીશ ત્યારે શું કરશે? I have got XSL element, XSL for each, loop charge. Select book, books. I am going to select all book element from my XML file using this. Books નામની root tag છે, એની અંદરમાંથી મેં શું સિલેક્ટ કર્યું? book સિલેક્ટ કર્યું. તો દરેક book માટે એ શું કરશે? It will show in green book ID, then title, then price, and then author. Author has got two parts in it, that is first name and last name. First name અને last name છે. સમજાઈ ગયું બધાને? એની અંદર બે એલિમેન્ટ્સ છે ને ઓથરમાં, ફર્સ્ટ નેમ એન્ડ લાસ્ટ નેમ. સમજાય છે બધાને? હા કે ના?
Yes,
There
sir.
are multiple authors also, but I will take first author only. Or you can take all options. Now my HTML ફાઇલ આ ASPX માં શું થશે ડિસ્પ્લે? આ HTML ફાઇલ ડિસ્પ્લે થશે. HTML ટેગ છે ને, આ રીતે મારી ફાઇલ બનશે અને એમાં ડેટા ક્યાંથી આવશે? XML ફાઇલમાંથી આવશે. સમજાઈ ગયું તમને? XSLT શું કરે? એક્સટેન્સિબલ્સ, સ્ટાઇલ શીટ, લેંગ્વેજ, પછી ટી શેના માટે છે? ટી શેના માટે છે?
Template.
ટેમ્પલેટ. ફરી યાદ કરો તો મેં કીધું
Transformation.
હા ટ્રાન્સફોર્મેશન. મેં ટેમ્પલેટ કીધું હતું. દેખાય છે આ ટેમ્પલેટ તમને? યુ આર ડિફાઇનિંગ યોર ટેમ્પલેટ using XSLT. You are what you are doing, you are defining your template and the data will be displayed according to this template. એપ્લિકેશન રન કરી છે. Normally if you are not using ASP.NET, then what you should do, you should put these two files in same folder and then you can browse this XSLT file or sorry XML file. XML file શું કરશે? ઓટોમેટિકલી તમારી આ ફાઇલ એક્સેસ કરવાની કોશિશ કરશે. what we have done in this, કેમ નથી દેખાતું એ બતાવું છું. Go to properties, here from document source, from where I am going to get my data, from book.xml file, and for transformation source I have got XSLT file. Now if I open this, it will show my data in a proper format. If you are not using ASP.NET and Visual Studio, what you can do simply is put your two files, XML file and XSLT file, in same folder and open XML file or try to open XML file. It will be displayed in XSLT format. સમજાઈ ગયું બધાને? આપણે પેલા સબ્જેક્ટમાં જોઈશું, પણ અત્યારે અહીંયા ખબર પડી ગઈ બધાને? માઇકલ હિક્સ એન્ડ જ્હોન વિલિયમ્સ. book.xml માઇકલ હિક્સ એન્ડ જ્હોન વિલિયમ્સ. સ્પેસ બેસ નથી આવતી, મૂક્યું હોય તમે મૂકી શકો. આવ્યો ખ્યાલ બધાને? હા કે ના?
हाँ सर. थोड़ो.
Okay. So our next unit